I would describe Kenny is he was the most caring person that I've ever met. Everybody described Kenny as their best friend.
He was a great friend and a great parent, a loving spouse. He was always making sure that everybody was having a good time. He loved planning things just to bring everybody together.
It was August 8th, 2009. We were invited to a wedding, and during the day he did everything he loved to do. He went to Ned's Pizza, which was his favorite place, with his best friend Mike, and then he went and he hit a bucket of balls, and he came home and he said, I'm just going to take a little nap before we go. So I woke him from his nap and said, time to go, hon, we got to get going. And walked in the other room, and I heard a big thunk, and he went down, and I knew right away he was having a heart attack. So I called 911. When the paramedics came, they asked me to step outside, and when they asked me that, I knew it wasn't good. We got to the hospital. They said, we're sorry. We've kept him alive just by the compressing on his chest just long enough for you to get here.
When I talked to Mom and she said, we have to go to the hospital, to me, I remember just going, it's gonna be okay. It's Dad. He's gonna be okay. And it wasn't when we got into the hospital room and I held his hand and it went from warm to cold. And it was like an unreal moment for me. My dad was 53 years old when he died. My dad never drank, he didn't smoke. He was pretty active. So for me, it was like, this is not happening and it's not real.
I think it was just a numb. You didn't feel sadness, you didn't feel hurt, you just kind of went through the motions of, like, I remember leaving the hospital, I remember getting in the car, I can tell you the song that was on the radio, our pastor came over to the house and talked with us, but it was just one of those things where you felt numb. It felt very surreal.
One of the things that Kenny always did, he organized. He was a big organizer. And we said, we need to do something to honor Kenny, and we need to do something to help raise awareness.
The idea of the golf outing, one of his things that he was notorious for organizing is Thursday Men's Golf League. And he would get the foursomes together and decide where they were going to eat, where they were playing. So we just decided on the first Thursday in August every year.
A lot of people wanted to step up, they wanted to volunteer, they wanted to help. It just evolved year after year, different games, different things to raise money. One of the things that really stood out to me was how many people have reached out to us to say, because of the golf outing, I wasn't feeling good, and I went in and I needed 2 stents. I can think of right off the top of my head at least 6 people who actually went in and had surgery or stents or something because they recognized the symptoms. And to realize this is a problem. And that is where, when we realized the work of the American Heart Association, we really wanted to partner a little bit closer with them so that more people would be impacted and that they wouldn't have to suffer the loss that we did. Participating in the Heart Walk is pretty awesome, because when you get there and you see all the support and you see all the different families, you realize you're not alone. But then also to know that we're representing Kenny and the efforts that we've put forth in his memory. So it kind of reminds us, we're doing this for you, honey.
With Katie and I, obviously our dad died at 53. We know that genetics aren't on our side. We can make the lifestyle choices, we can watch for warning signs, but we also know that there is that possibility it could be us. So to know and see the survivors at the Heart Walk gives us hope, knowing that we can beat this too.